Hi everyone. I was just sitting here working on practical series training things with Seahawk. So just thought instead of recording it over and over and telling people over and over, I would just kind of go through it with you here in my garage, and you could kind of see what the practical series is all about. So for us, practical series is 4 courses. There's practical leader, practical firefighter, practical rescue, and practical hazmat. And so we just work with the best we could find in the industry to provide all of that training in different ways. What I'm going to show you today, though, is Practical Firefighter. And so if you just go to our website, which I'm sure everybody has it all marked as a favorite on their site, and it would pull up just like our regular Seahawk site where you could look at our service stuff, gear up, the sales, truck force sales, and then performance consulting. So for us, if you get Practical Firefighter, you would go to the customer login, you would put in your information that we give you, and you'd log into the system. Right? Once you have that, it pulls up. And so Practical Firefighter is an annual skills training and maintenance assessment. And so we just have all the different lesson plans that we need to do on an annual basis for our fire department. And so I'll just pull up the contents. You can see all the different ones. There's 27 different options for training. And so it kind of covers the gamut of all the things that it takes to be a firefighter: emergency vehicle operations, command and control, first aid, water supply. You can see it all there. Firefighting PPE, ground ladders, SCBA, RIT, scene safety, traffic safety, MVA stuff, wildland fires, confined space. So you pick what you want on your annual training program. And when you buy Practical Firefighter, we come out and do a train the trainer. So our instructors will come and work with your trainers to make sure that you understand how this all works and how to use the program. So you can log on to this. You also get a big binder. So in case you're like a paper hands-on person, you get the binder or the online access. So we'll just go to one here. I'm going to pick the lesson plan for command and communication. So for us, the lesson plans are set up the same way, right? So this is for the trainer. He's going to go through it, make sure he understands the objective, the equipment that's needed, kind of go through the theory so they understand what needs to get delivered, make sure they're up to speed on all of that. And then on the last page, it tells us what the practical is going to be for command and control. So that's the lesson plan for the trainer. From there, we would go to the PowerPoint because now we're going to instruct the students on what we want. So we just click on the PowerPoint and it pops up. From there, all right, we go through. There's the objectives again, what we're talking about. Whatever we're delivering, every one of those lesson plans has a PowerPoint with it. We go through all of the different things. These are just the talking points. So the trainer trains all of the information that we need to test and assess annually. And then we get to some scenarios. So we can use our command and control and our communication piece. And then there's the practical again. So we want you to go through those 4 scenarios in groups, right? And do some group work and talk about it so they understand strategy, tactics, and all of that. Now, the nice thing about that is we can also use some supporting documents. So if your fire department doesn't have a tactical worksheet, you can just click on the supporting document. There's a sample tactical worksheet that you can use for all the scenarios and the command and communication. It's right at your fingertips, ready to go. So if we look at another one, let's just go with emergency vehicle operations, lesson 1. Right. So again, there's what's the objective? What do we need? Where's the theory? The trainer is making sure they're ready to be able to do all of these things and to teach all of these things. All right. And then we get to the practical. So again, the instructor knows from the lesson plan that this are all of the practical pieces that they need to come up with. From there, we go back up to PowerPoints, emergency vehicle operations. Pop that open. And again, objectives. Here's all the things we're trying to teach you. Go through, understand. Nice PowerPoint just for the trainers to follow along and get it done. And then when we get to the end, we have the same sort of thing. What makes a good driver training program, and what are the practical skills? And so we go through all of those practical skills. So for this particular one, if we wanted to look at what supporting documents might be available, so we could go down to truck and pump operations, and there's this nice checklist. Could they do all of the things that they were supposed to do? You can print these off, you can fill them out and save them on your computer, you can do it however you want. So then also in supporting documents, we have the skills assessment tracking. So we click on that. And once we enable the editing, we can do whatever we want to this document. So we did this training, so now we're gonna put today's date. And I was the trainer, so I put my initials. Now I can just save that somewhere and have it. Now you also get a whiteboard to put up in the fire hall, and this can kind of be used for tracking for the members. If you walk in, your name's on the left, and you have nothing filled out, you know you're not doing a very good job keeping up on the minimal training and assessment that's due. But the instructors would keep the electronic version somewhere so they can tell where everybody's at. So as far as that goes, that's Practical Firefighter. If you have more questions, if you need to know more about Practical Firefighter, you can get a hold of me, Jamie Coots, at 780-919-7311. Or you could get a hold of any of the Seahawk team and they can put you in the right location. For us, a good place is always just go to our website, and you can look it up from there and find out what's going on. If you need this, if it fits with what you're doing, we're happy to show you. And the train the trainer takes 2 days, and then your trainers take it from there. It's an in-house training program that you can use for minimal skill testing throughout the year. All right, thanks. It was good talking with you today.